Hi, my name is Laura and I will be sharing a mini lesson plan on how to utilize the picture book My Princess Boy by Cheryl Kilo Davis and Suzanne DeSimon to teach acceptance and compassion in a grade 2 classroom. So My Princess Boy is a mom's story about her young boy who loves to dress up. Her princess boy dresses in the color pink, sparkly things, and sometimes wears dresses and tiaras. His family and friends are supportive throughout the book, embracing his unique identity and love him exactly the way he is. However, there are others in the book who fail to accept him for who he is. This book is about accepting and showing compassion for one another. I chose to work with My Princess Boy because it is a short, non-fiction, predictable picture book. The book has only a few sentences per page in large and simple text, with simple but colorful illustrations throughout it. The plot is easy for 6 to 7-year-olds to follow, and it has repetition in text throughout the book. As you can see, the text flows rhythmically across the page from left to right, and corresponds to the illustrations and vice versa, making it easier for readers to follow along. So before you can teach your students about acceptance and compassion, you have to convince them that the lesson is worth paying attention to. But how? Well, in grade 2, accepting and showing compassion for others is real. Your students might know what showing acceptance or compassion for someone might sound like, or look like, or even feel like, so it is important to provide students with an opportunity to share their knowledge and ideas with their peers. Providing hands-on exploration for students to practice, test, construct, and deconstruct their ideas and theories motivates students to want to learn. Further on in this lesson, I will explain what this could look like during instruction. Another way to provoke your students is to share your own experiences and thoughts about these critical topics. This can minimize the barrier between teacher and student connections, where students are willing and engaged with learning. So choose some experiences you've had with acceptance and compassion to show students that accepting and showing compassion for someone is a life lesson, encountered by anyone and at any age. Implementing these hooks can help to convince students that the lesson is worth learning. So now that you have your students' full attention, let's get started with the lesson plan. The focus of this lesson plan is on the 3 read aloud components: before reading, during reading, and after reading. To start, you'll want to introduce the book and tell your students what it's about or have them predict. Ask them if they know what acceptance and compassion is. To get some ideas generating, you might want to have students work in think, pair, share groups. The goal is to collectively come up with a definition for each of these key terms. So before you start reading, tell the students to pay close attention to how the characters in the book treat Princess Boy, and whether or not they show him acceptance and compassion. During reading, ask students if the Princess Boy's family, school, and friends accept him and show compassion for him, and if they do, how? This will stimulate discussion that will help them with their group project afterwards. After the reading is done, revisit the definitions of acceptance and compassion. As a class, come up with a list of some things that students are sometimes made fun of, and how the students could show them acceptance and compassion instead. Ideas may be personal or classroom experiences. You should also encourage the students to come up with examples that relate to My Princess Boy. Now that students have a list of examples to work with and/or the knowledge to come up with examples of their own, the students should be divided into groups of 3 to 5 depending on class size, and role-play and record on a tablet how they would demonstrate acceptance and compassion as someone. You'll need to teach the students how to use the video recording function on the tablets and how to save them for later use. Throughout this lesson, it is important to remind students to be respectful of other students during conversation, value everyone's opinion, and listen actively. So what should your students know by the end of this lesson? Outcome 1.2. Students should know how to consider the ideas of others by connecting their own ideas and experiences with those that are shared. Outcome 2.2. Students should know how to construct meaning from texts by connecting situations portrayed in My Princess Boy to personal and classroom experiences, and by expressing their thoughts and feelings related to the events and characters in the book. And lastly, Outcome 5.2. Students should know how to effectively collaborate and work in groups by contributing relevant information and questions to extend group understanding of acceptance and compassion of others. To end this lesson, as a class, watch each group's examples of acceptance and compassion. Ask the students to determine if the videos show either one and how. If they can demonstrate this, the objectives have been met. Thanks for listening.